Peace and blessings, guys. My name is SG1 from Music Millionaires TV and the Grammy Award winning team, The Peacemakers. And today we're going to delve into pitch correction. Stay tuned. Now, while it's been a controversial subject since the plugin and effect have come on the scene, nonetheless, it seems that it is here to stay and is becoming used by more and more artists and producers on a regular. In addition to your normal day-to-day audio processing effects, such as equalizers, reverbs, and compressors, just to name a few, there's a number of digital effects that can alter sound in a more self-evident way. Now, while you may agree or disagree, pitch correction, being now called auto-tune, is one of those. However, auto-tune is actually the product and brainchild of Antares Audio Technologies. Now, prior to the creation of such a valuable tool, if a singer, musician, or instrumentalist was not in tune or when the pitch was off, they would do it the old-fashioned way until the pitch was perfect, and excuse the pun, which was practice until you get it right, or in the case of a wannabe singer, you didn't get signed until you honed in on your skills. However, a more practical use became more evident for singers in live performances, as there was no way to make real-time corrections to a live vocal performance in a concert, which is why lip syncing was a commonly used practice, where said performer was not able to sing adequately in live performances. You guys remember Milli Vanilli? Anyway, it's been argued who actually started using synthesized sounds first in order to pull off the being in tune. Was it Roger from Zapp or Afrika Bambaataa on Soul Sonic Force? However, no one became more famous than someone from my home state of Florida. You guessed it, T-Pain. Now, let's stay focused, because this effect and feature is now being used by most of your favorite artists and producers. No matter how controversial this tool has become, it has great benefits for not just vocalists, but producers as well, in addition to our normal day-to-day audio processing effects such as equalizers, reverbs, compressors, etc., etc. And there's a number of digital effects that can alter sounds in a more self-evident way. Whereas you may agree or disagree, pitch correction, auto-tune is one of them. So let me attempt to save you countless hours of re-recording vocals just to capture your ideal intonation. Now let me be clear, pitch correction has come to every creator's rescue. And if you're new to this, you're probably asking yourself, actually, what is pitch correction and how does it work? Well, here are some examples, pitch correction and attributes that are significant for understanding. Firstly, pitch correction is commonly used on vocals to smooth out intonation problems from note to note. Pitch correction does not audibly affect your speed, level, or contour, but it detects the actual pitch of a digital signal using live pitch detection algorithms. Then it calculates the necessary change and modifies the audio signal accordingly. Well, luckily for us, there's a multitude of pitch correction plugins and insert effects made available these days. Depth determines the amount of pitch correction that is applied to the signal as a percentage. At 100%, this setting output will sound machine-like, but perfectly in tune. And at a lower depth, it processes just a fraction of that signal. Speed defines how quick the plugin reacts from note to note. The higher the speed, the more immediate the pitch correction is. Whereas detune defines global pitch change in cents. An example, 100 cents equal 1 semitone, which equals 1/2 step. This parameter gives you control over how accurate the correction is. Now, dry and wet determines the ratio of original to processed signal. Where 100% wet means you hear only the processed signal, 100% dry, 0 wet, means you'll only hear the original signal. Now, width determines the pitch processing differences between the left and right stereo channels, which can also be used to achieve a stereo expansion effect. Keep formats preserves the spectral characteristics and natural sound of the input. Whereas format shift, it lets you manually alter formatted information. However, this does not generally transpose the fundamental pitch, but changes the apparent size of the sound source. Now, scale panel allows you to select the scale to which the input will be tuned to. The note buttons allow you to choose the tonal center of the scale. And lastly, tuning indicator displays the frequency correlation between input and output. I hope that made sense because it was in depth. However, I always tell you guys, Google this information yourself to find out more and learn it. Now we've come to the end of today's episode. However, I want to thank you for watching, and we hope that you enjoyed this. And if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button and then click the bell after you subscribe. And while you're at it, hit the like button and leave a comment below if there's any information that you feel I may have left out. Again, my name is SG1 on behalf of Music Millionaires TV, and remember, music is life. We out.